What is your religious or spiritual background?
I grew up Roman Catholic, 9 years of parochial school.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you believe in a literal heaven and a literal hell?
No, I do not.
You don't. What do you believe in?
Nothing.
You don't believe in nothing. Do you believe in God?
No.
You don't believe in God?
Militant atheist.
So you're militant atheist?
Yeah.
Okay, well then I have questions for atheists too. So I'm going to go through some of these more, okay?
No problem.
Who was Jesus?
Prophet.
A prophet.
You know, kind of a title.
Yeah. What was the piece of information that was given to you? This is my own question, but was that given to you that made you become an atheist?
It wasn't. It wasn't like one piece of information. It was actually like seeing how bad like a lot of arguments like for the Bible and for religion were argued, and just how often they felt like people who were arguing them fell back onto like circular logic and stuff, and like just avoided like the scientific method, and like just would never answer like really clearly, you know, why some other things are certain ways, and you get a different answer from like many different people. Like, I mean, like even talking to the brothers growing up, you know, I mean, like everyone had a different reason for like why they say that one thing's right or why it happens, and like just lack of consistency.
But when you like look in the White House, and if I said the president lives in the White House, would it be better proof to look in the White House, and that in itself would be circular reasons. So a lot of the
Oh no, see that's a logical fallacy. What you just said, that's not circular logic. Circular logic is saying, how do you know God exists? Because the Bible says so. Why is the Bible right? Because God wrote it. Now, saying George Bush lives in the White House is just a declarative statement. It's not circular. It's a straight line. Okay. Saying he lives in the White House and then going to check that, it's just it's straight. It's not circular because one does not rely on the other.
All right.
You say one, and then you go verify it with fact.
It's fact.
Right.
This is my thesis and my reasoning. I believe in God exists. Okay. More than one reason, of course. Yeah. And I can prove that God exists without using faith or the Bible. And I can do it in just 2 minutes. Okay. And it's very simple and very logical at that, too.
Okay.
Using scientific methods, because we know what first and second law of thermodynamics, that matter cannot be created nor destroyed, and everything that's happened is being de-evolutionized, that we've broken down things. Like when a bomb hits, it doesn't create harmony. It never created harmony. It always creates a disaster. But with that being said, what I wanted to say is, when you look at a building, how do you know there's a builder?
Oh, you're using the old watchmaker. Okay, the reason why that doesn't work is, the whole argument, you find a watch on a beach, there had to be a watchmaker to make the watch. Would you rather believe that the waves pounding the sand made glass and metal and all that stuff? Now, I can see where that argument comes from, but what you have there is two systems. One, where you have like this amazingly complex thing, right? A watch. Pretty amazingly complex, you know, I mean, it's tons of intricate parts, little workings. Then what you have next, like the watchmaker on top. And if you ask me which is easier to believe, just the watch happened, or that, you know, there's no other evidence of people on the planet, you know, and that there's a watchmaker behind the watch, then I say it's harder to believe in the watch and the watchmaker, because it's a whole other leap of faith beyond that. So if you say, like, can you believe in the whole universe, or a universe with a God, is you have the universe is a level of simplicity here. A universe with a God that is, I mean, greater than the sum of the entire universe.
Because what you're saying is, because that's so hard to believe, it's really hard to believe the next level up. But what's harder to create? A watch or a person?
Yeah, a person.
A person.
Okay, so then what's harder to create, a universe or a God?
I mean,
well, no,
you're using circular logic.
I'm asking you the question you just asked me. Okay,
what you're saying, you believe in evolution? You believe something just came out of nothing? I mean, where do you get your facts from? What do you believe?
I don't believe something came out of nothing. I believe it was a 4 billion year process with minute changes.
Where did it start from? What started it?
Where did the catalyst come? What
started? A gabagoo, or
simple. Like,
where did that gabagoo come from?
The elements that were in the rough planetoid before it like settled down, calmed down.
But where did that come from?
Matter.
Where did that come from? I mean, this is the same thing you're doing to us with saying God, you know, where does this go? We're telling you it came from God. You're saying it came from matter, but where does it end? Where does yours end at?
Matter has always existed. It goes back to your
first. Who created it?
What? If it always existed, no one created it.
How did it always exist then?
How did God always exist?
same
Exactly.
same argument you're saying.
Exactly.
It's
You're
just
using the
right?
same argument
Okay, right.
as we
No,
are.
I am exactly. But what I'm saying is, saying like what I see as always existing is less than what you always see existing. The simplest solution is always the correct one.
And yours isn't the
Occam's-
simplest though, because
Yeah, it is.
the
Occam's
second law of
razors-
thermodynamics says you cannot have order from disorder. And the
We don't have order from
evolutionists
disorder.
use the excuse, well, millions and millions of years, then all of a sudden you can get order.
No, we haven't gotten order.
What do you call is your body not in order?
Okay, you're looking at a macro in a giant state of disorder. There are of course going to be peaks. That's part of disorder.
Your body takes an energy. That's the only reason it doesn't go to disorder.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
why?
and the body was
why is
created
your
and
bo-
and life
how did
sprung out from the
evolution
sun.
How did evolution come?
You have a
to-
planet, you have the sun, providing an amazing amount of energy, continuous energy. You have the cooling of the planet when it coalesced from gas, providing an amazing amount of energy. Now you have tons of energy and tons of places where disorder is running rapid, like asteroid belts, like dying stars, all this stuff. In general, the universe is a highly disorganized place and tends towards this amazing amount of disorder. But in certain pockets where energy is coalesced, you can achieve order from chaos. When you put energy into anything, patterns emerge. Like, you know, you get order. I mean, you can go and test it. You know, walk into a river, move your hand through a river, and you added energy, and you get order. You get these amazing conics and spirals, which are very high-level geometric, you know.
But that was cause.
Systems.
That was cause. So let's go to a different thing. How do you explain that there's no transitional forms in existence?
Fossil proof. There's no
fossil evidence for
of
evolution.
any transitional forms.
Oh, there's
And
tons.
Can you name one?
Name one.
Yeah, there's like 4 different like genus of troglodytes like that they found, like really good fossils where they can see like adaptations where the size, antenna length, and shape, and it actually there was actually speciation off that form.
You're talking about
Cro-Magnon and like Neanderthals. All
Cro-Magnon and Neanderthal were both proven. They were both proven that they weren't actually anything but a hoax.
No, they weren't.
I'm serious. I'm serious. There's no proof that Cro-Magnon, any of those are real. If you can provide someone that can show that those are real.
Well, I don't have it on me.
No, I'm saying if you'd be a millionaire if you can provide if you can prove that those are real, because there's no evidence.
Listen, Piltdown Man was proven like something with Piltdown Man. I can't remember exactly what it was that they were wrong about the fossil. It ended up being like a female skeleton that
That's
was
the
took
truth.
for
That's
male.
all of them, though.
No, it's not. No. Neanderthal and like different.
So why?
homogenes.
So let's okay. So you're saying there's one or two that might exist, even though I know there aren't. But where are the rest of them? Where are the rest of them? Why aren't there
Millions of missing links.
Why are
Where
there?
the rest of them at?
Darwin himself said that that evolution would be proven eventually by the millions of transitional forms that would be found, and we haven't found any of them. Or in your case, you're saying one or two. So
no, I think there's a lot more. There's species of birds that live on secluded islands that have developed different beak shapes.
Yeah, but that's within species. We're talking about something going. Evolution says that species to species went from one species to another. We're not talking about survival of the fittest. We're not talking
about. You've never seen an evolution chart? Through DNA evidence, the genome going back, they can like look up and it tends towards similarity. They can trace it back. That's what that whole tree structure is.
But there's no evidence for that. There's
plenty of evidence.
That's all made up stuff.
No, it's not. It's tested scientific fact. They're theories.
It's tested off of the bias that's already started.
There's
so
no
it's trying to get
bias.
proved.
They're double blind. Yeah, they're constantly saying like different things that are false are false. But they're testing them. They aren't like. I don't mean to say this offensive, but they're not like, oh, we can't figure this out. Must have been magic, you know, which is, I mean, where I hold that other.
For example, carbon dating itself.
Yeah.
Carbon dating, we can't carbon date past. Some people say at max 50,000 years. Carbon dating is not accurate technically over about 15,000 years. But we take
the Bible says it's only 6,000 years old.
We take that bias and we say, okay, well, because this is here, then we go and find something really far, really old, and we say it's millions of years old somehow with no evidence other than.
There's plenty of evidence. The way